Oh yeah.
Hello.
Morning,
Hello.
Ethan.
Hi there.
Well, you know each other, isn't it? Okay, good, no problem. Get yourself ready, Ethan. Okay, good. That's right. Don't make a move yet. Just leave this car start because you're just going to get some air in. So because it's raining outside. Okay. What I mean by like, how about your seat and the mirrors and all these other things? You happy with them?
All good.
Good, no problem. Just give it a couple of minutes for you to get sorted at the back as well. So while we're getting sorted at the back, we can start. Yeah. Okay. Good. So, how are you?
Yeah, fine.
All right. Yeah. No good. Well, not bad. Good. So to start with, we had the session yesterday, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. How was it?
I thought it was good. It managed to sort out my lane discipline. So I was actually really pleased with that, and just flowing with traffic
Okay.
a bit better. I felt like because we were going on dual carriageways, going 50, 60. It was really getting me used to being with other cars on the road. So yeah, I thought it was good.
Good. Any concern? Any questions?
No,
Anything disturbing you generally with the driving?
I don't think so.
Okay, good, no problem. So happy with the
Yeah.
last things. Good, no problem. So that makes us to do what would you like to focus on today then?
So I think it's roundabouts today.
Okay.
That we should be looking at.
Anything else?
I think that's about it.
Okay. Now the thing comes up. Why roundabouts?
Well, when we've been going on the roads with roundabouts, we've just been finding it a bit difficult, especially me, like just sort of knowing the rules, where to be, what position to be in, where to come off, what to do with my indicator. So I need to get familiar with it.
Okay. So when it's a bit difficult, what do you mean by that?
I think because it's quite a lot going on.
Okay.
As you get to the roundabout, I almost like panic as I get to it and make little mistakes. So I think I just need to get used to it.
Okay. So what's the things that get you to panic?
I think just the cars coming from the right. It's
Okay.
at quite a fast speed. And then I've got to make sure I flow with traffic and I'm not holding anyone up.
So I'm just writing some of the things as well, so that's makes
sure.
need to hold them back as well. Okay, so the cars on the right and the traffic flow. Anything else?
Which lane to be in.
Okay.
That was
Anything else?
I think that was it.
Alright, so if we do have a look, you find it difficult, car on the right hand side, flow the traffic and the lane discipline. Okay, good. So with these things, what I've done is in here yesterday, before we finish the lesson, I give you something to do as a homework, isn't it? So what was that?
So you sent me a link for some reading, which I did, and a few videos, which I watched about roundabouts.
Okay.
So that was just going over how to approach roundabouts.
Okay.
Would you like me to explain that a little?
Yeah, we're going to
sure.
go through with them. So how do you find the videos and the reading?
It was useful, very useful. It
Okay.
really helped me to understand roundabouts.
Okay, great, no problems. Yeah, go and tell me, what do you know about that?
Okay,
what helped you on the videos then?
It was just showing me how to approach roundabouts. So when you approach a roundabout, you should see signs way before it.
Okay.
So you should see what exit you need to take, so you can determine which lane you need to be in. And it gave me a little tip. So you can use like a clock face on roundabout. So anything before 12 o'clock is left lane.
Fine.
Anything after 12 o'clock is right lane.
Okay.
And so as you approach the roundabout, you have to use your MSPSL routine.
Okay.
Which is mirrors, signal, position, speed, then look.
Good.
So you check your mirrors. Say you're going left, first exit. You would check your centre mirror, left mirror, and then indicate left.
Okay.
You would then just slow down your speed and position yourself.
Okay.
Make sure you look out to the right.
Okay.
If there's no cars coming, just continue going. You can go forward. If there is, you stop behind the line and wait. For anything after 12, you would need to be in the right lane and go to the right lane of the roundabout, so the inner circle of the roundabout, and obviously switch to the left lane as you're coming out.
Okay.
So yeah.
Anything else?
I think that was it. That's all sort of picked up.
Okay, wow. It's a good thing what you're telling me. The few things we're going to go through with as well, okay? Is that okay if I ask questions about those ones?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good, no problem. Well, as it says, Find the car coming from the right hand side. Okay, so starting with, what do you think we need to wait on the car on the right hand side?
Because it's priority.
So you give the priority.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So when you look on the right, what are you looking for on the right hand side?
Any cars that are going to be passing me.
Okay, so you're looking for the cars.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get surprised of seeing a lot of cars coming through.
No.
There'll be car after cars,
Yeah,
coming through, right? So what's the thing we'll be looking for?
The gap. Which
The gap, right? So that's the thing what we're looking for as a gap, right? So how do you know the gap is appearing?
I'm not sure.
Okay, fine. So we're gonna have a look at it when we go to the roundabout as well. So let's say when the car is coming through, right?
Yeah.
When you're going up for the junctions, how do you know it's enough to go out of the junctions as well? So what's the fact?
You can just see. I'll just sort of judge if there's a car like far away, or I'll just take the
Okay,
gap.
so that's one of the factors you take, the how far the car coming,
Yeah.
also how far the car is away.
Yeah.
What other factors you take the count in order to find out the gap?
Their speed.
Their speed, second one, good.
That's all I can think of.
What direction they're going,
Yep.
what they intend to do.
Okay.
Alright, so if there's someone going to the right hand side, so they're coming and they're going your right.
Turn right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're creating the gap.
Yeah.
So there's a number of factors going to come up in here. Okay, is there anything else you want to go through? Or is there anything else you want to know about the gaps?
No. I
Okay,
think that's
so tell me, what are the gaps you found out now?
it. So I would judge the car's distance.
Okay,
Judge their speed.
yeah,
What they're doing.
yeah.
You said something else.
What indicators on about the direction?
Yeah, the direction they're going in.
Okay, so the number of factors going to count in
Yeah.
here, right? At the center, does everyone signal at the correct signal?
No.
So that's what we need to be careful about it as
Yeah.
well, okay? But with the experience, we'll come across when you go on the road, alright? Good. So that's good about the gaps. How about the lane?
What, for roundabouts?
Yes.
So I believe it's anything before the 12 o'clock
Mhm.
on the clock face. You stay in the left-hand lane.
You're right. But what other thing where you've missed in here is, what about the 12 o'clock? You said before 12 go left, after 12 is right.
So for straight ahead, like 12 o'clock, I think it is left lane, but you just don't indicate.
Exactly. It's
So,
on the left
yeah.
lane. Alright?
Stay in the left lane.
Unless
Unless it's further on.
road marking tells
Road
you
marking
otherwise.
tells, okay.
Okay, well, it's a further on, then it's going past 12
Yeah,
o'clock, isn't
yeah.
it? So we move to the right hand
Yeah.
lane. If right hand lane is available. So if there's no right hand lane,
Then stay in the left-hand lane.
well, it's still on the lane because there was one lane.
Okay.
Okay, so that's your lane discipline goes. Good with the MSPSL routine as well. Okay, but on the right hand one, when you put the right indicator going around the circle, for example, we're going to go right third exit.
Yep.
Okay, after the second exit, what do we do before changing lane?
You would check your centre mirror, left
Mhm.
mirror, indicate left,
Good,
change lane.
good. That's what you tell me.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
but that's good. You know it, all right? Good. At the same time, you said when you're approaching the roundabout, it starts slowing down, isn't it? What's the speed limit you're looking for to slowing down?
About 10 to 15 miles per hour, so
10 to
second
15
gear.
miles per hour, second gear. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Good. Any question?
Nope.
Okay, so look at this. It's as I've just gone through with the roundabout routine. Looking so happy about it. You know the rules, yeah. You know the what you how do you apply your MSPSL routine,
Yeah.
and what we're gonna do with it. Just in a moment. Actually, I'm happy with that things as well. Good. Just before you set off, I'm just gonna ask you a few more questions in
Yeah,
here
sure.
as well. Okay. So let's just say, because we're going for first time going for the roundabout, right? How are you feeling about the roundabout dealing with your own? Let me just give you a scale of 0 to 10. 0 being the worst, 10 being the highest. What are you feeling now at the moment?
Probably like a 6.
6. All right. Where do you want to be end of the day?
An 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So, why do you feel like you're in a 6 at the moment?
Just because I haven't had much experience with
Okay.
roundabouts by myself, so obviously I don't want to get anything wrong or cause any problems.
But you're confident with your rules now.
Yeah,
so
but I'm
you give
confident with
high
the
numbers.
rules.
Okay, good, no problem. Well, that's good start. Now, let's just go for the bit sharing responsibility as we've been doing before. Okay. Now today we've got Lou in the car at the back. Okay, is that going to make any difference?
Nope.
Okay. How about some safety?
So I'll need to make sure she has her seatbelt on.
Okay. Yeah.
And just for pulling off,
Mhm.
I might need to just make sure there's a bit of an extra pull, just
Mhm.
because of extra weight in the car.
Good. Happy with that?
Yep.
Okay. Is there any other risk?
Nope.
Okay. Good. Now, in terms of directions, okay, I've been working with me for quite a while. I'm going to give you some directions, okay? Just going for the left, right, or the roundabouts as we come across, right? So when you give you the directions in here, and do you know how the roundabout direction is going to give in to you?
So would you just say something like left lane first exit?
No. So I'm going to identify something like this as the roundabout first. So you say at the roundabout, that's where I identify the roundabouts, right? And then we'll tell you we're going for at the roundabout, take a left or right or ahead. Okay, so that's what we're deciding where we're going in a clock. Does that make sense, right? Then we're going to say first exit, second exit, or third exit, and we count the numbers. Okay, so look at this. At the roundabout, take a left, first exit. At the roundabout, straight on, second exit. At the roundabout, take a right, third exit. Clear with the directions? So what we're going to do, we're going to give you the directions, and we're going to see how the MSPSL routines applies. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
In normal junctions, I'll give you some direction, and I'm just hoping we can do the MSPSL routine on your own. Happy with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Good. Now, in terms of the roundabout as well, if I wanted to go straight ahead, right? Okay, when the junctions comes up, I'm not going to say anything. I'll just let you carry on going straight ahead. Alright? Good. Now, it's coming for the question and answers. While you're going for the drive, is that okay if I ask you some questions while you're at the drive? Okay, but I'm going to ask you to distract you. But if there's anything you want to ask me, just ask. Okay. Right? At the same time, while you're going for the drive in a moment, if anything do occurs, and I think we have a time to deal with the situation, we'll deal it together. If not, I'll come up with a verbally or physically holding the steering, or just say something, slow down, stop, down something that line. Or I can just go in the dual control if I have to use it. And if I do use it, we should pull on the side, take some time, and analyze the situation so it doesn't happen again. Okay. Happy with that? Yeah. Good. Any question? No. Good. So, in a moment, as we're going for the roundabout for first time, okay? Do you want me to guide you through the full talk, or you want to try yourself?
I would like to just try it myself, just to test it. But,
At the first, okay? So, shall I just watch? Because you're going for first time.
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Okay, good. So in a moment, as we're going out, we've got this rain. So we're just going to sort out our windscreens. Okay. So do you know how to do that one?
Yeah, so press the button.
Go for it. How about the back one?
Let's switch this on.
That's it. And look at the back windscreen as well. There is some dim mist in there as well. Yeah. So how to clear that?
I'm not quite sure of that.
Okay. So that's the buttons in here. So that's a symbol for the back windscreen. So just the light comes on, and we're going to clear up in a second. All right, happy with that?
Yeah.
Good. So just going to wait for that. Do you think it's clear, or just going to wait for something to get a bit better view?
I can see out of it.
Okay. So just before we make a move, I'm just going to ask something to you, and I'm just going to do that. Are you happy with the plan? Okay. Anything you want to add to that? Good. No problem. Okay. So in a moment, when you are set to do so, let's make a move and take a left at that end.
Okay.
In a moment, we're coming up to the small roundabouts. We're coming to the mini roundabout. That's what we're going to starting off, and we're going to have a look at how well it goes, and then we're going to start slowly going up in a level. Alright? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or do you want to try the biggest one first?
No, we'll try this one.
So, just wait for that one to come. It makes it easier if we take the first one as a right, and then we can do the rest of them in a left way. Okay? So at this roundabout, we're going to take a right, second exit. done. Okay, well done for the first one. How do you think? How are you feeling about it?
I think that's alright.
Okay. Now, there's another one coming up.
Yep.
Tell me, when do you think there's a coming up?
There's a sign for a big one. Yeah?
What's your position? Where you think we're driving? At this roundabout, straight on, first exit. For that one?
No, because it was straight on.
Okay. But that's what also the center was the first exit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So do you need it or you don't?
I wouldn't have thought you needed it.
Well,
just because it was straight on.
Now, the next roundabout's coming up. Okay. There's some junctions with it as well. Okay. Let's see if we can identify first.
Yeah, there's a small one.
Okay. And this one going straight on. What's at the front happening?
There's a bin.
Okay, so what are you going to do? Just talk me through what you're going to do?
Slow down, slow speed. Slow down. Stop for me, so I'm just going to keep going.
So what do you do before you slow down?
I'll check my seat there.
Okay, why?
Because I need to check the braking distance for the other car.
So braking distance for the other car, or
if they're like too close, see if they're too close to me, so I like can't brake too sudden.
At this roundabout, straight on, first exit. We'll come back to that in a second. As you go around this beam caution moment, glance on your right in door mirror. Who's behind you?
There's a motorcyclist.
Okay.
I think I'm come up.
Did you glance your right in door mirror?
No.
What would happen if you don't glance your right in door mirror?
Say if that motorcyclist came to overtake me, I might not have seen him.
Is this a safe thing to do, not to check?
No, because if I turned outwards, I probably would have hit him.
And what would happen one before?
Could have been anything. Could have been like a cyclist or a person crossing.
And do you think we'd look at the centre mirror as well?
I think I did this time.
Okay.
I checked the centre one.
At the end of the road, turn left for me, please. So from now on, as you're going around, just to make sure we look at the mirrors. Where this park cars around you?
Slow my speed.
Okay, before that?
Check ahead and come out early. Just can't come out.
Okay.
There's another one I'm just going to go through.
Good, well done for mirror check on the right hand side. But before you come to stop, look at the center one.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so what would happen if someone was behind and they were very close?
They would have just hit into me if they were too close. I suddenly braked.
That's it. So before you apply the brake, what do you have to do?
Check my center.
Check my center. Is that the same thing you apply on the roundabout as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we add them together?
Yeah.
So make sure you're focusing on the mirror. Otherwise, we can have find someone at the back, right? At the end, take a right, please. Let's put the priority in here.
I'm not sure.
At the roundabout, take a left, first exit. I'll come back in a second as well. Take this road on the left. Keep going until you find a safe place and just pull up on the side. Happy with that? Okay, keep it up. Now, what do you think, how it's going so far?
I think the major problem with that was just my mirrors. Not checking them enough.
Okay,
I've noticed myself missing as well.
what's the missing?
Just like when I turned left there, I noticed I missed to check my left door mirror. But I think other than that, it's not too bad.
Well, it's not bad at all. It's doing really good because you're trying to do it for the first time. And what else you would expect? 100%?
Right.
Alright, so there's a few mistakes and that's no problem, alright? Because we're checking together, you're making mistakes. Can identify you, but what is missing out? You're doing actually roundabouts for some of the roundabouts you're dealing with actually really good until you have it.
Yeah.
Alright? But just need to focus on mirrors.
Yeah.
So wouldn't miss things will happen. Alright? Especially motorcycle behind
Yeah.
when you go around the bin collections and things like that. Okay, good enough. But in here, we'll just pull up on the side for a second because we come across one of these things, and I'll just ask you, who do you think has got a priority, right?
Oh, right,
So
yeah.
you have no idea.
Yeah.
Is it right?
I think it is. It was the people coming towards me.
Who has got a priority?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Okay, so that's getting a bit off the topic, but let's say we're going to have a look at this later on as well. But for now, if you see there's a park bus on your side, right, we stop.
Okay.
There's a park bus on our side, we stop. If there's a park bus on the opposite side, we expect oncoming traffic to stop because they're going to come to our lane. If there's a park bus on our side, we're going to go to their lane. Alright?
Yeah.
So when you come to stop, we're going to keep the good distance from there on. But if they're not stopping, we're not allowed to go hit into them.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Right? So just going to keep this rule in here. Parkers on our side, we provide to stop.
Okay.
Oncoming coming, we're going to provide to slow down in case if they don't stop. But if they're stopping, we carry on going.
Right.
Happy with that?
Yeah, that's
Alright, keep that going. Now, going back to the roundabouts. Okay? Happy to continue again?
Yeah.
Good. So we're going to go more circle around in here as you go for the roundabouts, right? But this time, we'll be focusing on your mirrors more.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
Let's go for it. So do you think you can get up from in here?
We
Or
might
do you
need to
think
reverse a bit.
Okay, good. So, do you know how to go to the reverse?
So it's then left again.
Good.
Up like that.
You have you reversed before?
Yeah.
When?
Slightly. With the help of you.
Okay, fine. So have a look around. Anyone there? Especially on your blind spot and behind you? Okay, not too much of biting point. Good. So keep looking at the back.
Yep. So and take the handbrake off.
Yeah. Make your steering straight so it doesn't go a different direction. Fully off the handbrake. Okay.
Yep.
Enough space?
Yeah.
Okay. Put handbrake down fully. Okay. So make a move whenever you're set. At the end of the road, turn left, please. So do you think you glance on your left and your center mirror? So in here, shall I help you a bit with your prompted questions to remind you to start it off?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just gonna back off myself. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. At the end of the road, turn left, please. Checking. Okay. Which one first?
Why center? Like that?
Then change it to one. So what are you gonna do in here? What are you gonna check first?
My right now.
Cover the center mirror.
Center now.
And is it clear? A little too close. So what do you think we have to decide much earlier before we go too close to the car bus?
Because otherwise you can't see.
Yeah. So therefore, process your things early enough.
Right.
At the roundabout. So what do you think they're waiting in here?
Because the park cars are on that side, so
At the roundabout, take a left, first exit. Okay, so is one I was going to ask you questions, right? But when I was looking at you, I saw that you were looking in the mirrors, right? Is that because I looked at you, that's why you looked at the mirrors?
no, I'm just reminding myself.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you an instruction, but not going to looking at you, okay? And let's see whether you can check your mirrors properly as well. All right? What's behind you?
Car.
When did you notice that?
Just now.
Okay, so do you think all this time was going over the curb? You looked at your mirrors at all?
No.
Okay, why not?
I don't think I'm really in the habit of just checking.
So every time you start slowing down, that don't have to be brake, that's an ease of the accelerations. Check your
Even
mirror
just a little bit.
Even a little bit, okay? Roundabout, straight on please. Good mirror check, well done. At the roundabout, straighten please. Speeding up. Check it again.
Check the mirror again.
Why?
Again, I'm not too sure.
So when you slow down, right? How about the people behind? Are they going to catch up with you, or are they going to stay far
They'll
behind?
catch up with you. So,
What about the cyclist and motorcyclist? You want to go left or right?
I'm not sure.
You just carry on. Yeah. So therefore, you start looking at the center mirror. When you blind the brake, maybe no one was there, but now can be there.
Right.
So check the center mirror, left and right door mirror, who's besides you. Happy now?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's happening at the front?
Listen up.
What's your plan?
Slow down and stop.
Okay. What's this two white lights for?
Reverse.
Okay. So what do you want to reverse into?
Me, I guess.
Okay. So what are you going to do before you go?
Check my mirrors. Check my
Okay.
right mirror.
Happy with that? Good. At this roundabout, straighten please. What's your plan? Are you going to go? Stop. Stop.
Keep going. He's turning right.
Okay, fine. Good, well done. You picked the mirrors before me. Just what happened in the direction where we're sitting, right? I can see the indicator at the first.
That's right. I'm not going to wait here because they've got cars. So.
At the same time, Ethan, when you go for the direction for the roundabout and thing like that, right? I did give you instructions to stop, just stop.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
Because I'm giving instructions, isn't it?
Yeah,
right? So if I'm not happy with it, I was going to come on the brake. I was just about to go on the brake, right? And then I saw the indicator and I just take my foot off, right? But if you try to stop, you're just going to stop. Okay, we'll start again.
Sure.
Does it make sense? Good. So we don't get no conflict, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. At the roundabout, straighten for me, please. Good. So how are you finding this left loop and going straight ahead? How are you finding this roundabout?
I think it's okay, yeah.
Good. I think so as well. So shall we just swap the loop so we can do the right and then we can go a few more straight ahead if we go for the big ones?
Yeah, that's fine.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so continue for now. We're going to swap the lane. So what's your plan for these guys at the front?
To slow down.
Before that?
Check my mirror.
Talk me through, please.
Check my mirror, slow down. Check my right.
Good. Careful.
Stop.
Okay. So the reverse light is off. What do you think they're going to do?
Go forward.
But before you go,
Check my right mirror.
good, well done. Bring the reverse light back in and turn it off, right? Well, because they can't really see you. Can't they really see? Can the driver can see you? Well, you have no guarantee how much they can see of you, isn't it? Can you see the driver?
No.
So, I don't know what angle we are on, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that was a bit tricky situation. At the end, take a left, please. cars.
Slow down. See if it's clear, which it is. Let's come on, follow me.
Good.
That's fine. So now I have priority on this side.
So what would happen if the red car cannot stop?
I would have to stop in
Where?
back there.
At the end of the road, turn left, please. Do you have to wait every single time at the giveaway?
No, if I see it's clear, I can just go.
Okay, what about this one?
That was clear that time, I probably could have just went.
So why did you gonna make a move?
I don't know, I just wanted to double check.
One ready long here.
Oh yeah.
So before you stop me, touch down, get into one, get yourself ready again, right?
Okay.
Keep looking, no one there, accelerate, off you go. Yeah? Now, there's a junction coming up and there's a few things coming up together, right? So we're gonna go right at the end and there's a roundabout coming up and we're gonna go straight to the roundabout. What do you think? What was missing?
My mirror checks.
Which one?
My centre and right. Did you say left, sorry? And my indicator's missing. Did you say left or
Always
right?
going to go right, but never mind. Your position to the left, we'll just go. Just going to go around the circle. That's fine. What do you think? What happened?
There was two big cars. You had the bus coming in, which I had to stop forward to make sure there was enough room for him to come down.
Okay.
And then the truck, which admittedly I saw last week, didn't stop. I don't think it stopped. Yeah, too many things were going on.
And again, you absolutely was keep calm. Just keep it behind. Let them to finish their thing, and then you go.
Yeah.
Alright? So all we just say is just like whatever is going on in the front, you have no space, stay hold back, let them to finish, then you go. So what do you think? What are these called?
Speed bumps.
Why are they for on the road?
So people can't just come flying down.
At the end, take a left. So what?
People can't just come like speeding down here.
Okay, so they need to slow down.
Yeah, especially like school zones and stuff.
Where are we going?
Left.
So before slowing down, what do you do?
Check the mirrors, check something.
Okay, we're going back to the same thing again.
Yeah.
All right. What's up?
There is a car park there.
Okay, that's fine. So why do you think he just overtook us?
I think it's just because he wanted to. But I'm pretty sure he has priority.
Well, he has the priority, but just don't want to wait.
Yeah.
Anything missing?
Right mirror check.
What would happen if you don't check your right hand door mirror?
Anyone coming past?
And who's the anyone?
Cyclists, cars, motorbikes, people.
What about the just one pass?
Yeah, even the van overtaking.
Okay, so do you expect that the van will overtake you in this situation? Only was stopping anyway. Was they expecting that one? So what do you think is mirror checking?
Just to make sure, just to double check that you're not going to hit anyone as well.
So how important it is?
It's
Take
very
a left at the end,
Very important.
and if you don't check,
Then you could cause danger.
how long is it going to take you to do that one?
Not long.
Exactly. Because you just got the situations right in front of you to learn from it, yeah? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
just to check your mirror so you know what's happening behind you. So when did you spot the van was behind you?
Like last minute.
Okay, when it was on the right hand side.
Yeah.
So what did you think about center mirror checking?
Not very good in that case because I didn't see the van was coming down.
Okay. So now, as you're going through now junctions, you can talk me through your procedure. You're gonna check. I'm checking center mirror, right mirror, left mirror, whatever you're doing. You're gonna talk me through as we're going on. Right?
So I'm slowing my speed down now, checking the centre mirror.
Take your right at the end.
Check my centre mirror right, indoor mirror.
Good.
Signal right. Switch to second gear. Hit furthest. And then slow down, check the mirror, come to a stop here. Check both ways.
Roundabout, straight.
Then for the roundabout again, check the centre mirror. Make sure it's clear. Come out.
What do you think? Talking wise and doing it. Does it any help?
Yeah, it does. Because it
Good.
just reminds myself.
Good. So, shall we just focus on that one for now?
Yep.
Just until you get used to it,
Yeah,
and then
can do.
we might get slowing down. But you can see that one. If you're not focusing on that one, and we miss those mirrors and motorcyclists or the van on the right hand side, instantly we involve in collisions.
Yeah.
Right? So we have to get these things right. Make sense? So talk me through. What are you going to do?
So I just slowed down there, checked my centre mirror. I see there's no cars, so I've come out early enough so that any cars can see me. Then
Have you to the right hand door mirror before you come out?
I don't think I did actually. I
Okay.
did just check my left door.
Fantastic.
To come back into the lane.
A lot of things going on, but you seems to be getting it right, yeah?
Yeah.
But let's just continue going. So what's coming up next?
A small roundabout.
Straight on, please.
Speed.
Your procedure.
Oh yeah. Check. Just go around.
That's fine. So let's just slow down things a bit more, right? Because there was a van overtaking, coming off, roundabout, junctions, everything just like seems to be on all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah.
And plus me talking, all right? So continue carrying going. We're just going to start doing slow things a bit more, all right?
Sure.
Good. Well done. Very well done. But I want to hear it.
Okay.
Yeah?
So check my
Good. So we hear it, right? So we make sure, yes, we've checked it, yeah?
Check my mirror to speed up again.
Good. Which one?
My centre mirror.
And left and right. For straight on, center, left and right.
So now I see there's a roundabout coming up, so I'm going to slow my speed down to second gear.
Good. And we're going straight on, second exit.
Checking my mirrors again. Centre mirror. Check my right side, make sure
What this
it's
blue
clear.
car trying to do? Stop.
Stop.
What is blue car trying to do?
He's trying to go around, turn
Gear
left.
into one.
Yep.
With your clutch.
Yep.
Okay. Release it from the clutch and the brake. Boom. You got your clutch and brake?
Yep.
There you go.
Sorry, I thought you were stopping for me to let me go. That's the only reason I went.
That's fine, no problem. We're just going to go around in a second. We're going to come back to the situations in a moment, alright? So
Yeah,
let's
sure.
find a safe place to stop. At this roundabout, straight on, second exit, please.
So I'm going to slow my speed down, check my centre mirror. As I approach, keep an eye on the right side.
Okay.
I've got priority here, so just keep going because it's clear. There's a person there, just check the mirror. As I come into the roundabout, check centre, left and right mirror. There we go, keep going, speed up, so check centre, left and right.
Take your next road on the right, please.
Next road. So slow down, check the centre mirror, right mirror, indicate right. Check my right side, keep looking.
And now find this space, or actually keep going, carrying going a bit more. I'm going to stop in the right.
So I'm coming into someone else's lane here, so I'll check my right middle mirror.
Well done. going.
Okay.
Just gonna find a big open space. I'm just gonna stop there. So what's happening? So just slow down. Just let them keep on past the gap. Okay. Just keep going slowly.
There's also another car coming down.
Okay, just wait for them to go past them. Okay, if this guy's moving, we can just pull up on the side in here.
Yep.
Let's check your mirrors. Everything's safe?
Yep.
Keep the left indicator on. Just come to the side. And just stop. Secure the car for me, please. Relax yourself. Good. So, how's it going so far? Apart from the last roundabout or the second last?
I think it is getting better.
Getting better?
I'm getting used to just checking my mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling a little bit more confident with the roundabout. So yeah.
Good.
It's good.
No problem. So, what do you think? Well, I agree with you, right? A lot of
Yeah.
things going good in here,
Yeah.
right? But a few things going wrong. But
Yeah.
one of the things we're going to have a discuss. But apart from that, overall looking not bad. Happy with it so far.
Yeah.
What do you think? What happened at the roundabout?
So at the last roundabout, there was the blue car, which
Mhm.
had its indicator on to go right. So
Mhm.
obviously it was going. It had the priority over me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept going, and then
Okay.
you had to stop the car.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Who would you give a priority at the roundabout?
To the right, always to the right.
Okay. So, and what happens in the roundabout?
The cars just go. They just assume they've got priority, and then just goes.
So look at this. How many cars are on the roundabout?
About 3, including mine.
Okay. So, what was happening on the left hand side?
There was a van,
Good. Where the van want to go?
left, or no, right,
They want to go right. Where
Yeah.
the blue car want to go? Where the blue car wants to go?
right as well,
Where you wanted to go?
straight ahead.
Good. So there's quite. Sorry. Just this blue thing. So there's quite a few things just happen all of a sudden in a very quickly moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if I do have a look at it in here, in this part, right? So imagine we're in here. We like to go straight ahead over there,
Yep.
isn't it? There's a white car in here who wants to go right in here, right?
Yep.
So who do you have to wait for?
They would have to wait for me.
Okay, so they have to wait for their waiting in here.
Yeah.
Now there's another blue car in here who wants to also want to go right in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who they have to wait for?
I have to wait for them.
Yeah, you have to wait for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
So in here, who's going to give priority to who?
So I give priority to them, and
Okay.
they give priority to me.
So, and if you give priority, that means you stopping.
Yeah.
If they're giving priority to you, that means they're stopping.
Yeah.
If they're one giving the priority, that means they're stopping.
Okay.
So everyone's who's going to go?
Me,
Why?
because they've given me priority to go.
And we're not going to give the priority to them?
Yeah, I'm not sure because he
So
was
that's-
stopped. He stopped, and I think he like sort of indicated me to go. So I just sort of went, oh, okay, I'll just go.
What do you mean he's indicating? What, I didn't get that bit. What did you try to say?
Well, he was when we were at the roundabout.
Yeah.
He was there, and like he wasn't going.
Okay.
He just sort of sat there.
Uh-huh.
So, and I think he gave me like a gesture to like, go. So I decided I'd keep going.
Okay. So when the people do give a gesture, what does that mean?
They're allowing you to go.
Okay. And what happened with the van on the right hand side or the left hand side?
I'm not sure.
So when the people gesturing you, right?
Yeah.
They allow you to go. Where do you get that information? How do you know that?
By looking at them.
Okay. So we learn by looking at other people, we learn from the book, or we learn from the experience. Well, we learn from the book, or we learn from on the road.
I think it's a mixture of both.
Experience makes sense, yeah. But what about the book?
Yeah, that's the rules, isn't it? So
Okay. So what is the book saying about the gestures?
that it doesn't matter. You still give priority to the right.
Okay. So
Yeah, so I should have gave him priority.
So when the people do flash at you, what does that mean? Or they beacon at you, what does that mean?
They want me to go.
Is it for you or for someone else?
I don't know. Not really sure. Yeah,
And that's
I
the
get
answer what I'm trying to get from
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when the people are beaking at you, that doesn't mean it's your priority to go or they're just stopping for you.
Yeah.
Was it for you? You
Yeah,
don't know,
okay,
right?
yeah,
So you have
yeah,
to
I
make
get
sure,
what
was
you
it for me before I proceed to go ahead, right? So
Yeah.
that's the reason why I can only count that one as
Right.
much as in here, right?
Yeah.
But the problem that comes up in here, in this situation, kind of like a deadlock, right? No one's going to
Because no one's going, everyone's just
Exactly.
sat.
So therefore, the van decided to make you move, and then we come going and go in ahead.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to identify you in here, did you really identify the blue car was waiting with the right indicator on? They need to wait for them.
Identified the blue car, like I knew they were there.
Okay, but did
So
you
they
know
were
where they
in-
was going to go?
Yeah, I knew they were indicating to go right.
Good. So in your driving, did you show me that you see that car?
No, because I didn't wait and give priority to
And that's what
Yeah.
comes up, right? That's the reasons I would have to come and stop the dual control to see whether you realize it what was happening. And if not, you don't realize, then that's where the problem comes up.
Right,
Does
yeah.
that make sense? Yeah. So that's the situation we're going to learn on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when the people coming on the right hand side, what do we do?
give priority to them.
Good. And the people on the left,
They give priority to me.
they give priority to you. You know, we're waiting for them.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense, right? But what would happen? It seems like everyone just comes together. Then what will happen?
I guess you just got to go.
Do you have a gap?
If I have a gap. If
Okay.
it's clear, I can just go.
Good. And how do you know it's a gap there?
There'll be no one coming from the right.
Was there someone there?
Then I have to wait. There's no one.
So number of ways to know it in here. Okay, so look at this. If there's a car on the right hand side, we're giving you priority. Right? The car on the left, we're giving the priority to the right hand car. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Good. You are the last one to come to the roundabouts, right?
Okay.
Therefore the blue car is going to slow down to white, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, you have some speed to continue to carry on going, right? In that situation, you could have made a move,
Yeah.
right? But because there's a lot of things was happening at the same time, that was the problem comes on.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So therefore, make sure these other people are waiting for you before you continue carrying on going.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
But you need to slow down first so we know, yes, we see that car's coming.
Sure.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Any question on that one?
No, all good.
Okay. So, by looking at the time, we're getting almost to the time. We're just going to go one cycle and then we're going to finish it off. Alright?
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Good. No problem. So, I'm just going to put this away. Okay, so let's make a move and continue ahead and take a next route on the right. Just sit down. Just pound the wheel back in. So take a next. So give me a second. Take a next road on the right.
Right.
I think this guy's gonna be stop. Into one. Come on slowly. Take a right. Indicate right. Just wait for the silver car. Okay. Just pull up on the side. Indicate left, so the van can go past. Big move to the left. Okay, let's go. Secret the car. What do you think? What just happened?
I didn't notice the car coming down, and I didn't stop in time, so they had to reverse back into the road.
So what's happening with it?
Just makes everything take longer.
Okay, we're not planning far ahead. We're just
Yeah,
not looking
I'm
far
not looking
ahead.
far enough
okay?
ahead.
And if you do have a look at it, that's a similar thing what just comes with the roundabout as well, right?
Mhm.
If you're not looking far ahead, we're not going to mess things up. Doesn't
Right.
make sense. So
Yeah.
that's the things just come with the silver coverage fact coming to the junction with very tight junctions, right?
Yeah.
So we need to go slow down over
Need to
there.
make sure it's slow down.
Okay. At the same time, the fact they were just coming around and they have like observations been a problem, so they just pulled out before realizing we are there.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to stop. Well, we stop, which is good, but I'll help you in the brake as well, right? Because
Yeah.
we've been very close to the car at the front.
Yeah.
Any reason for that?
No, I think I just wasn't putting the brake down enough. I thought I was putting it down more than I was.
Okay, so therefore I had to
Yeah,
put on
yeah,
the brake
to put the
because we are
brake
getting too close to the car at the front.
Yeah.
All right. How do you think we can overcome this situation?
I'm making sure I look further ahead.
So if you just go around and come back in a circle, if you have enough time, what do you think we can do better?
Again, just make sure I look further ahead. Check if there's anything coming.
Anything else?
Slow my speed down.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right? How do you know how slow you need to go?
Well, if you can't see anything, then you should be in gear 1. Because you should be ready to come to a stop.
The narrow the road is,
Yeah, the more narrow the road, the slower your speed should
slower
be.
you go. And slower you go,
The slower you go,
lower the gear.
the lower the gear. Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, off you go. End of the road, turn right. So what do you think? What's the speed limit you should be going on this round the corner?
10 miles per hour.
Okay. Are you sure?
100%. What do you mean, for this corner here or
Yeah.
the corner back there?
Well, in here.
Probably less than, because it's narrow.
I see. So you see that deciding too early, right? That could be a problem.
Yeah.
Alright? So try to deal with the round junctions as it comes along, right? And keep in your mind what's the speed limit that you go through. Right? So do you think you can deal down in here?
Yeah, so I'm making sure my speed is slow as I go around, because I couldn't really see past there. That's about it. Okay.
At the end of the road, turn right, please. That's the roundabout coming up and ahead, which was a similar situation where we used the first time in dual control. And that one, we'll let it go straight on. Second exit. Let's see if anything comes in that situation to learn from it.
Okay.
So talk me through what you can see from far ahead.
Well, I see the truck there, obviously, and I think someone's approaching. So yeah, so it's clear far ahead now, so the roundabout's clear. So I should be able to just go straight ahead. So I see that car up there now, but they've seen me go.
Now, next roundabout, take a left, first exit, please.
So I'm checking my centre mirror as I slow down. Checking my left indoor mirror, make sure it's signal. Check my centre mirror again, check far ahead, make sure it's clear. He's going to give priority to me.
Good.
As it's clear. I should just go back to.
Wow.
There we go.
If you have some more time, we're just going to go around and find a few more deadlocks so we can sort them out nicely. Okay, watch your position. What's the speed limit?
20 miles per hour.
What are you doing?
What's that? 21. So I'm going to check my right indoor mirror as I come out. Make sure I come out early. I'm just going to stay in the front because of that car. and then as I come back in, check my centre left, I'm back in.
In a moment, we're going to take your next road to the right, and we're just going to park with that one. Yeah, that's the one.
Check my right little mirrors.
Tiny bit forward so we can go a bit closer to the curb. And now security. Actually, do you know what?
Yeah, this gives it air.
Exactly. That's fine. Alright, good. Relax yourself. Alright, that's what we'll end of the sessions for
Okay.
you. How are you feeling it?
I thought it was okay, other than like just the little things
Okay.
that I haven't experienced before. Like, I thought it was good.
What are the little things you're talking about?
So that deadlock,
Okay.
obviously we haven't. I don't think we've come across something like that before.
Mhm.
So that's just good and giving me a bit more experience with that. Now I can learn from that.
Okay. Anything else?
So checking my mirrors as well, getting myself used to it, and actually verbally saying it out loud.
Yeah. Does
Does
it help?
Yeah, it does help. 'Cause it just reminds myself I've got to do this while I'm not saying it.
Well, I'm just wondering things as well. Here, look at this. So when you're verbally saying, that's the time the deadlock situation just happened, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think just because you just turn away, and the back one as well? Yeah, because when you verbally were saying, right, that's the time a lot of things was happening. Is that what distracting you, or you can focusing on?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Only because there is so much. Because obviously there's so much going on in my head. I've got to verbally say this, do the mirrors, and then look far ahead. I know it should all be as one, but yeah, I think it can be quite distracting.
Quite distracting. Right? So what do you think? What other way we can come across that we can do everything safely? We can do everything plus safely.
Just by getting in the routine, I think.
Okay.
Just by continuing to practice it, getting the routine of doing it. Then if it's second nature, obviously I don't need to worry about getting distracted.
So to starting off, do you think we're just going to talk me through will be helpful, or just going to be distracting? We shouldn't be doing it.
I think it's helpful. I do think it's helpful. Like, it is distracting sometimes, but I think it being helpful sort of outweighs that.
Okay, so let's say we're just helping about, we're just both being alert, things can go wrong,
just
and then,
making sure we're both still.
okay, and then we can work together. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good, no problem. So that way we can work on it to further ahead, right? Anything else?
No.
Okay, so if I do have a look at it, when we're starting with the roundabouts, okay, so we're starting with the finding a bit difficulties at the roundabout. How are you feeling about that one?
I'm feeling better with the roundabouts.
Okay, good, no problem. How about the cars on the right hand side finding a gaps?
I think that still needs a bit of work because I still
Okay.
need to judge a bit better.
Okay,
If I've got time.
because of any?
Because of the deadlock situation, especially.
Okay, so that's the one I'm just thinking of as well. Okay, good, no problem. How about the flow of the traffic?
I feel like I was okay there.
Mhm.
Like I maintained the correct speed as I was going through. Except for the time where I did get overtaken. Oh no, it wasn't that one. No, okay, no, I think it's fine.
Okay. And there was a lane issue, well, the lane thing what you just said, but there was no problem because we're not going for the double round or bigger roundabout, so we're going to have a look at that one later on sessions as well, right? Going for the speed wise is okay? Okay, so have a look at these things, so look so far, right? So now, going back in here, it's what we have talked about the starting of the roundabout, isn't it? You give yourself a score of a 6.
Yeah.
What do you think where you're at the moment?
With roundabouts,
Mhm.
I'm feeling pretty confident with it. Like in terms of rules and everything, except from that situation, I think I can.
So if you're asking for a giving a number, 0 being worse than the 10 being the highest.
I'd probably give it a 7. I wouldn't say I was 8
Mhm.
just yet, but I'd give it a 7.
Okay, 7.
Like an improvement.
Okay, what makes you give it 7?
Only because I've now experienced it. I've experienced different situations, and I've actually realised that I've been doing some things right with the roundabouts, and checking my mirrors, and maintaining the correct speed.
Why not 8?
Only because of the deadlock situation. I feel like for myself to be an 8, I'll just need to get used to that a bit more.
Okay, so there you go. That's what the thing's giving us the reasons for it as well, isn't it? So in that terms of going for the next sessions, what do you think? What should we looking at it?
I think we should go on to like the bigger roundabouts maybe, start off with the smaller ones again,
Okay.
and then go on to the bigger ones.
So start with the mini complex one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can have a look at it, what's going on with the situations in here, right? Okay, good. So complex situation, complex roundabouts, and for these ones, looking through, okay, good, right? So now I ask you in here, as we're going through these skills in here, or going on through the talking about the skills and going through the round we're dealing with it, right?
Yeah.
You're asking, give me one or two key points, what you've taken today, what would that would be?
Checking my mirrors.
Okay,
and making sure I look far ahead.
okay, anything else?
No.
Good. So we make our plan for the next time. We're looking for the complex junctions, starting with the mini one, going for the big roundabout. Any question for me?
No.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Shall I talk to both of you? Because I think it's really good that you are kind of going to act as a team. And am I right in thinking Ethan's going to be your pupil for your tests? Is that you're up for that, Ethan? Yeah. I think it's a good plan because I do think you make a good team. As I've said before, Ethan's the right pupil for you to do that. How did that one feel, Zia?
Until the deadlock ones, we were okay, and then that's what just like take out of it, and then we were thinking, and then just another one just happened around the corner again.
And that's the thing, isn't it? We could do those roads for the next 8 hours, and every time we do them, there's going to be different things that happen. And that's the beauty of being able to just use it as opportunities, because new things are going to happen all the time. We couldn't make it up, could we? It's just going to happen. The thing that you do really nicely is that you use the opportunities. You know, this is the kind of the first lesson I've seen you just kind of reacting to what's being given to you and making the most of it. Really, you know, that motorbike when we're overtaking the dustbin lorry, all that stuff. It was just the van overtaking us when we were waiting in that meeting situation. And in fact, I know that you couldn't quite see, Zia, because we can't as instructors quite see from that seat, can we? When our pupils can see what's coming down the road. Ethan very beautifully saw the blue car, and the van just went for it. You couldn't see what happened. The blue car ended up having to stop.
Yeah, you had to stop for
it. So we got it right. The blue car ended up having to stop. The van had nowhere to go, and so caused somebody else to cause a problem. So Ethan made a really good decision, and it's difficult with us in that seat, isn't it? So, but lovely how you used that opportunity to say to Ethan, you know, the reason why we need that little glance and that right mirror is because you have people like that van. You know, if that's not what we're looking for, if that's not who we're looking for, that's who we crash into when we go for it. So really nice opportunities that were given to you and you used. So that was really great. I think that Ethan is absolutely ready for the bigger roundabouts, and I was sitting here thinking, come on then, he can do this. Off we go to the big roundabouts, particularly as you talked about it in the brief and about the different lanes. That's where I thought we were going to go up and ahead, and we didn't. I think the thing that has rescued you and would mean that this will be a pass, without a shadow of a doubt, this will be a pass lesson, is because you did use the opportunities and learning took place even there. So although we didn't go to the big roundabouts, we had lots of opportunities that things did get better at and improved, and Ethan's knowledge and understanding of things has got better. The deadlock situation is really interesting, I think, and it's almost one that we don't teach until it happens, and then we think, oh God, great, it's brilliant. And so I was really great again that you used that opportunity. And I'm really pleased that you used a diagram as well, I think, because that just helps explain everything to them. Just to make the point, I think that, Ethan, this is what is going to be just to establish the situation. Zia's absolutely right when he says this guy has stopped because he sees you coming. This guy has stopped because he's giving way to this guy. You're the one that's moving. So at that point, there's always an issue if 3 of us have stopped, because we all look at each other, don't we, and do the whole do you know, 9 times out of 10 in that situation I'm the one that goes. I don't know about you, Zia, but I just think, oh go on then, I'm going to go if you aren't. The thing that was that little bit different was that you were moving, and as Zia rightly said, that if you're moving, you've given a hint to these guys that you're going to go, and that's why the priority kind of works. I think Zia is right that he just questioned you and stopped you. If you'd been first gear and moving and been thinking about it, I don't think Zia would have stopped you. I think he would have talked out loud. He would have said, oh, I don't know what they're doing, but they're all stopped, so I'm going to go, and it would have been fine. I think it was just if I'm right, so that horse speed on approach was just a little bit too much from an instructor to know that you were absolutely thinking what was going on. That's one reason why that speed and approach to mini roundabouts is really crucial, because if you can keep moving, you don't get deadlock. But that was the situation. The other one that I'm just going to highlight, which happened at the very end, because I think it's a really interesting learning opportunity, and I know it's happened at the end. So Zia perhaps hasn't. Here's my little diagram. Hasn't necessarily had an opportunity to completely elaborate. That situation at the junction where we were coming round the parked car and we had the guy here coming out, just to make sure that you have learnt the right things. Ethan, who has the priority in this situation?
So I did think it was me, only because he has to stop here and check both sides before we go, and that's what I thought. But then again, there was a car coming down here as well, so they had priority over me, so it was a bit of a
However, you were kind of
situation.
sticking out at that point, really, and
so
that was fine. Yeah, I totally agree. But what you did nicely is you did come in here and you were ready to let this car go. And in fact, he realised that he'd come into the situation that was just a bit chaotic, and he did let you go, which is sensible. But you're absolutely right. Regardless of the fact that we've got the parked car on this side and we're going to go onto this side of the road, you still had priority over this guy, because he has the big way lines in front of him. However, he looked to the right, he saw there was no one coming, he didn't think to not leave. If you think about when we were coming down the road, we had a really clear vision across the field and things, didn't we? So I think that is Zia's point, is that actually when it comes to looking far enough ahead and predicting things like this going on, then actually we can start looking there rather than start looking here, if you see what I mean. So I think if that's the only thing that is going to be worth bringing into your next lesson, is quite rightly that awareness and planning and looking ahead, because that's what's going to happen at roundabouts as well. It's all linked in. All linked in. But yeah, that's great. So Zia, really well done. The other things that I have said that I think are really nice are the fact that you recognised Ethan not doing some mirrors, doing some mirrors and not others, and you linked it into the roundabouts. And I think, I was thinking, well done, because you've recognised you don't necessarily need to stop and have that full conversation. He gets it, he understands it. Come on then, let's bring it into everything we're doing, and you did that really nicely. Love the fact at the very beginning where you asked what factors he was thinking about.
The gap.
Absolutely. So it's all coming together and it's making sense, and you're digging deeper with those things as well. I like the fact that Ethan has had some homework. He's come back into the car, having looked at the homework, and he's telling you what he already knows. That's absolutely fab. Roles and responsibilities are great as well. I would say that the only question that has not been answered was the question about, ignore the cars here, the question was very early on, Zia, I think you asked Ethan about if he was following the road ahead in this situation, whether you'd put a signal on or not. And actually Ethan said, I don't know, I don't think you probably need to, because I'm just going on ahead. And I know that Zia, you were thinking, I'd quite like to talk about that a little bit, and we never quite talked about what we do if we were following the road ahead and whether we put a left indicator on to say we were staying there. I guess my question to you, Ethan, is there any disadvantage about coming down here with a left signal on to tell people that you're just going to stay there?
I feel like it just confused them.
How would it confuse?
Because the left signal is for turning left, and you're not going left, you're going straight on.
So they can't be confused because there isn't a left?
Yeah, I guess so.
I think that if it was me coming up here and I'm looking at this guy and he doesn't have a left signal on, I'm a little bit unsure about whether he's going to come right.
Right, okay.
If I'm coming down here and this guy's coming down here, and not only is his speed quite fast and his position's quite, but then he puts the left signal on again, then I'm happy. That makes sense. It's almost like just another little hint that I'm happy he's not going to do something dodgy. I know we very often say we're not going to trust an indicator, but somebody who puts a left indicator on is not going to turn right. So it's not going to lie like that. If we we had him coming down here with the right signal on, I'd be thinking, oh yeah, how long have you had that signal on? And I wouldn't be trusting it. But to see somebody deliberately signal left, they're not going to turn right, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does make sense.
So it's just a little bit of extra clue for these people.
Okay.
And because there isn't a junction, no confusion could take place.
Right.
I think that when you talked earlier about your factors that you're taking into account, like the speed of approach and the position and their intentions, that's just one extra clue that we're going to get. That we're going to do it. Makes sense?
Mhm.
So I think that was a really nice lesson. I think learning took place. I think that yes, you need to get onto the big roundabouts, but you took your opportunities here. You explained things in a way that did make sense. Ethan, you reacted with each other. You used the environment that you were given for learning to take place, and you found solutions to some of the things. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Okay. Well done, both of you. I think it's a good team. Happy?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm seeing you again. What time is my call? Next week.
Thursday.
Both of you again next week. That's fab. Are you seeing each other before that, or is the next lesson that you do with me?
No, okay. See, I think the lesson between that. Maybe.
I'll have to check. I know we have got 2 lessons next week. One of them is our normal, and then one of them is this one.
So do you think that your next lesson, you may well just recap a little bit of that? Do you think you'll then start going on your big roundabouts?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
okay. So that when I see you, you will have possibly done some big roundabouts, and then that next lesson will be a recap of that and see how you go. Sounds good to me. Well done.
All right. Thank you.
I'd give that a pass. See, look. Give that a pass, a happy pass as well, a nice pass.
Nice one.
A nice pass.
Just
Because
one.
there's lots of good stuff in there.
Wow.
It's coming together, isn't it?
There we go.
It's coming together.
Nice to hear from you.
Well done,
Right.
you guys. Now I'm just going to check that I have got my keys and my phone's in the keys. That's fine. All right.
Okay, and then I'll see you on Monday in Mansfield then.
You will.
Okay.
You will. Yes.
Well, me and Faiz is coming as well.
Have a safe journey up there.
Thank
Did
you.
you find somewhere to stay?
Yeah, you will be out a lot.
I think we still haven't booked our hotel. It's so useless. It's so useless. But
Alright.
we'll find somewhere.
Alright, now.
Well done, you.
Is it
I'll
Glenn
see you
going as well?
Monday.
Or
Thank you
just
very much.
yourself?
Yes, he's coming up partly because it's his birthday, and otherwise I won't see him. So he's got to come to work with me just so I can see him on his birthday.
Fair enough. Alright. Now, take
Thank
care.
you very
See
much.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so there you go. It's another weight off your shoulder there.
Alright.
Some weight off your shoulder there. You passed
Well,
it.
it's no,
What's
it's not passed yet. It's not the real one yet.
Yeah, I know, but like,
It's not real.
it's good
one.
to know that.
It's good to know that it's coming to the line. Is that's
yeah.
where we want to go, and that's
Yeah.
how it's going, right? It's like a mock test passing. It's not easy.
No.
It's not easy. All right, let's swap the seat.
Yep.
Well, actually, do you want to drive back home, or should I drive it for you?
I can drive back home.
Okay.
That's fine.
Now just sit back, relax. Don't make any chaos, so I don't have to come to the dual control.
Alright. So I might just reverse out of here a little
Yeah,
bit
go
there.
for it.
It's the best. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to do a 3-point turn.
Okay, fine, no problem. If you want to do it, go. Keep going a bit further ahead.
Bit
Then
further
you
ahead?
can- yeah, then that will give you a bit more space for you.
Sure.
Keep going a bit more. Yeah, keep going a bit more. That's it. Stop. Now, while you're reversing, full look to the left as quickly as you can. While you're reversing, keep reversing, and full look to the right. Look at the behind slowly.
Yep.
Okay, good. Keep it slow. Stop. That's fine.
Yep.
Okay, one. That's why you need to go slow.
Right,
Alright,
see.
escort. And take it right. Okay, more turning, more turning, more turning. That's it. And take it right at that.
There we go. What
Would you want me to drop you off home or?
Yeah, I'll go home. I've got enough time.